Go to the major assignments, click on here, and you will have more explanation about our major assignments. As I said, here is an online course kind of thing that walks you through the course, and these videos are part of that actually. How does this course work, right? It's due next Wednesday, September 14th, and counts for 3%. Part of this is actually to practice how to post on things. So while the due deadlines are all marked right here above, let's go to that assignment for a moment. So how does this course work? Actually, this is not a posting of the paper. This is doing the work, right? So you go through that. How does this course work? You know, the learning objectives. It goes through that. Here's a brief introduction. How does this course work? You continue on. Here is actually this first part of the video that's being posted there. You continue on, and oh, I have to take that out. This is an old one here, but that's the explaining the resources page. You continue clicking on that, and then there comes a little quiz. You need to figure out, you know, what this all says, and I'm going to break this up right now because obviously I want you to do this yourself, right? So I'm not going to show you what the quiz there looks like, but that's how you do that first assignment. The second assignment is the reflection paper, which is due on October 22nd. Now, this one and then the research paper. Here's how you can get some extra points. If you submit your paper on early, that means either on midnight the day before. So if you submit by midnight on Tuesday, October 21st, you gain 2 extra points for your work. Now, on the day itself, on the due date, you have the option to get the ability to get the full 20%. If you submit 1 day late, I will take 1 point off. If you are 2 days or more late, I will take 2 points off. I'm not taking more than 2 points, but 2 points will be what you will lose if you submit more than 2 days late. Also, by the way, if you do miss submitting a paper, I want you to still submit it as quickly as possible, all the way up to the end of the course at the end in December, because even if you're losing 2 points, you still could get up to 18 points, which are valuable for your final grade. So don't give up, right? All right, so here's the reflection paper. Write an essay entitled "How I See Myself in Society." It will be your reflection on your own upbringing and how you presently fit into society. Did your family background, your sex, your gender, your age, your ethnic background play a role in how you see yourself in society today? You may want to check out the guideline, and you click on that, it would be downloading. So here I did that for you. So what you do is first sit down and think about it before you start writing, right? What is your upbringing? How did or does society around you influence who you are? Are you participating in any group or organization now? What would you look for in a potential life partner, right? Because that sometimes has something to do with where you fit in. And what are your views on marriage and family? Think about all these things, and after you reflect about it, then write about your understanding about how your social structure has influenced your place in life and in society. What is meaningful in your life today? What gives you hope in life? What makes you happy? Is there something that you would want to change about your place in life? Are there unanswered questions? Now, you do that, write that in formatted with your name of the course, semester, font should be Times, 12 points, double spaced. Minimum pages 2, maximum 5. In this case, there is no need for citations because you're reflecting things yourself. So you don't have to worry about citing things from other authors. But I want you to use the MLA guidelines for writing papers. And then once you are done, October 22nd is the deadline, you click on submit here. That opens this page, and here you have a submission page. Since it's actually not open yet to submit, you don't see that. There will be a button here that enables you to submit your work, and that's how it is. You should write it in preferably in a Word document. You can also post a PDF. You could also use potentially the Apple writing software, but Word would be best. All right, next is the research paper that's due on November 28th. Again, you submit early, two extra points, 1 day late, -1, 2 days late or more, -2 points. And here's the research paper. Write a research paper on one of the following topics: social stratification in the aftermath of the George Floyd killing, defining marriage and family in light of the modern cultural wars, an attempt to define the culture of the United States, and you can also suggest a topic yourself, but please clear that first with me so that it's something that makes sense. Please refer to the guidelines for writing your paper, right? So the guidelines are similar. They are right here. Again, it mentions the the topics. Pre-writing, think about what your thesis is. Give the title you chose. Given the title you chose, you may have some initial thoughts that you want to support. Find your resources on which you will base your arguments. Look for books, newspaper articles, internets like blogs, news, Google, Wikipedia. Your interview of conversations with others could also be family members, friends, religious leaders. Make sure you document your argument, right? So, by the way, if you interview somebody like a family member, make sure it's in its transcript. Don't just say, "Oh, I interviewed," and then you put that in. It needs to be there in written form. So, make sure that maybe you can record that interview so that you have that available, but you need to quote it when you use it, right? And then write your scholarly term paper. State your thesis in an introductory paragraph, then develop your arguments by citing your supporting evidence. Finish the paper with your concluding paragraph. Formatting, same thing, right? Name, course name, semester, title of your paper, font times, 12 points, double spaced. This one is 5 pages to 10 pages. And include at least 3 sources. You have to use 3 different sources. The textbook could be one, which need to be cited in the text or footnotes, as well as in the bibliography at the end of the paper. Make sure that is a works cited section in the end where you are listing the sources that you are using. Again, refer to the MLA guidelines that you will find on the website of Bergen Community College. Here you find that, see that. You can see a brief introductory video about citations. It's MLA that we're going to use, and here is the that will be one way, but there's also let me see where that is. Well, here's a way to say, how do you list MLA works cited? How do you do that, right? So go through that to look, and that you're using this correctly. There's an MLA practice template. There are lots of resources here. Or here's the Style Center. Clicking on that, gives you some more resources. Anyway, right? That's what's available to you. We're going back to our own Moodle shell. By the way, here's the MLA style sheet. There's the research paper thing, right? So you can actually download this for you if you want to. You can see how you format things. And then there's an evaluation rubric. You can see how I'm going to grade you. The last thing is the final learning statement that's due on Monday, December 19th. Actually, for you, I'm going to change this and make this December 21st. That will be our last day of class, so that's when you submit the final learning statement. That still will count for 10 points. And basically what I want you to do is identify 3 to 5 significant learnings, that's things that you have learned in this course, that have emerged from our coursework this semester. The number of pages is up to you. I'd say don't write too much, maybe 1 page or 2 pages is certainly enough. But that's what you're supposed to submit at the very end. And that concludes the major assignments.